You stand on the yellow footprints at Naval Special Warfare Center, Coronado. 0500 hours, 48 degrees and dropping. Your head is shaved, your sea bag weighs exactly 45 pounds, and the instructor's voice cuts through the surf like a straight razor. You are Seaman Recruit, E1, one of 220 who showed up. You will not be special. You will be told this every single day for the next 6 months. You learn the rhythm fast. Log PT at dawn. 200 push-ups on wet sand that grinds the skin off your palms. Surf passage in water so cold your teeth ache for hours afterward. You memorize the names of every rope, every knot, every piece of gear, because forgetting one means the whole boat crew pays. Sleep is 4 hours if you're lucky. Identity is the first thing they strip. Your name becomes Hey You or a number. The only thing that matters is whether you quit or not. Week 7, Hell Week. You paddle a rubber boat through 38 degrees surf for 22 hours straight. Men around you hallucinate, vomit seawater, and still keep paddling. 3 of your boat crew ring the bell on day 4. You do not. When it ends, you weigh 162 pounds and your hands look like raw meat. They hand you a brown shirt. You are now a BUD/S graduate. You feel nothing except the need to sleep for 3 days. You report to SEAL Team 3, San Diego. E3 now. You were the new guy. You carry the breaching charges, the extra radio batteries, the coffee. You spend 8 months in pre-deployment workups, live fire ranges at 110 degrees, night dives off the coast, room clearing drills until your shoulders lock. The instructors never raise their voices anymore. They simply mark your score on a clipboard and walk away. Promotion is procedural. You make E4 after 14 months because the paper says you have to. No ceremony, just new chevrons and more responsibility. Your first real rotation is to the Horn of Africa. You rotate into a 12-man platoon. The target packages arrive in sealed envelopes marked secret. You hit a compound outside Kismayo at 0200. Dust, diesel, and the smell of burning trash. You pull security while the senior chief zip ties 2 men and loads them onto the helo. No shots fired. Back at the forward operating base, you write the after-action report in the exact format they taught you. Word count, 1,247. You sign it. The system digests it and moves on. 2 years later, you are E5, Petty Officer 2nd Class. You lead a 4-man element on a reconnaissance mission in Yemen. The temperature inside the hide site hits 118 degrees. You lie motionless for 41 hours watching a road that may or may not be used by a high-value target. Your team eats MREs cold so the smell doesn't carry. When the target finally appears, you call it in. A drone strike handles the rest. You never see the body. You never ask. The promotions keep coming because the numbers line up. E6 at 6 years. You are now the assistant platoon chief. You sign for the classified hard drives. You brief the captain on ROE changes that arrived in a 47-page PDF. You learn the unspoken rule. If the mission is deniable, the paperwork gets thinner. You learn creative compliance, how to word a report so the lawyers can sign off without ever seeing the video. You tell yourself it is necessary. The alternative is someone else doing it worse. Year 9. You deploy with DevGru. The selection course is 6 months of pure attrition. You lose 22 pounds again. When they pin the gold trident on your chest, there is no speech, just a handshake and a new locker with your name stenciled in black. You are now an operator. The missions shift. You fly commercial into 3rd countries on false passports. You wear civilian clothes that cost more than your first car. You carry a suppressed pistol and a diplomatic note that says you were never there. You are gone 220 days a year. Your wife stops asking when you'll be home. The last time you spoke, she mentioned the mortgage is 3 months behind. You wire the money from a Navy federal account in Virginia and tell her you'll call next week. You do not. The calls become shorter, then fewer. Your son is 8 now. You have missed every birthday since he was 4. You rationalize it the way everyone does. This is what the country asked for. Someone has to do it. Year 14. You are senior chief, E8. You run your own troop. The target package lands on your desk at 0300, a mid-level financier moving cash through a neutral port. The order is simple. Render him non-operational. No paperwork trail. You brief the team in a windowless room that smells of stale coffee and gun oil. 8 men nod. No questions. You have learned the bureaucracy by heart. The legal cover is a 1-paragraph memo signed at the 4-star level. You never see the signature. The mission runs clean until the exfil. The helo takes small arms fire. A round punches through the fuselage 6 inches from your head. The young E5 beside you takes one in the femoral artery. You clamp the wound with your knee while the bird claws for altitude. He bleeds out before you reach the carrier. You fill out the casualty report in hand-long because the laptop is down. 23 lines. You sign your name at the bottom. The system notes the loss, updates the roster, and sends another body to fill the slot. That night in your stateroom, you sit on the edge of the bunk and stare at the bulkhead. The realization is quiet. There is no final mission. There is no scoreboard. There is only the next folder, the next rotation, the next 18-year-old who will stand where you stood on the yellow footprints. You have become the man who sends them. The illusion breaks without sound. You put in your papers at 19 years and 9 months. The retirement ceremony is in a hangar at Dam Neck. 23 people show up. You receive a shadow box with your medals and a plaque that says, "Well done." The captain shakes your hand and thanks you for your service. He is already looking at his watch. You turn in your badge, your CAT card, your secure phone. They take the trident off your uniform in a small office with no windows. The paperwork takes 4 hours. You drive out the gate in a 10-year-old truck with 187,000 miles on it. The temperature is 72 degrees. No one salutes. You move to a small house outside Virginia Beach. The VA gives you a rating for tinnitus and sleep apnea. You attend 3 appointments and stop going. Your son is 17 now, and you barely knows you. Your wife has been gone for 2 years. You sit on the back porch most evenings and listen to the distant sound of C-17s taking off from Norfolk. You know another class is already forming up on the yellow footprints, another group of kids who think they will be the ones who make it different. The system does not notice you are gone. It simply prints new orders, new target packages, new rosters. Somewhere tonight, a new E1 is standing at attention in the surf, cold water up to his chest, learning the same lesson you learned 21 years ago. The wheel keeps turning. It always has.